Good evening. A man who was taken into police custody as part of the investigation of the death of a woman on Hornby Island has now been released by the RCMP. The body of 25-year-old musician and poet Tempest Grace Gale was discovered yesterday, floating in the water not far from her houseboat. The people who live on Hornby Island are in shock and mourning, and they're looking for answers as they cope with the loss of a popular member of their community.
25-year-old Tempest Grace Gale was a popular performer and member of the Hornby Island community. That community is now trying to come to grips with her death yesterday in the marina where she lived.
It's torn this community apart. She was a shining star on this island. They call Hornby Island the jewel of the Gulf Islands. Well, she was the jewel of Hornby Island.
RCMP say Gale was reported missing at 7 o'clock yesterday morning. Half an hour later, her family discovered her body floating in the marina.
I could hear the screaming from my house, which is about 500 feet away. The father was really upset and screaming, "Murder, murder, my daughter, my daughter."
Today, as a team of victim services workers was helping the community cope with her death, RCMP divers and investigators were in the water looking for clues.
She was very well known in the community, and this has had a huge impact on the community.
Shortly after Gale's body was discovered, RCMP received some information that someone possibly connected to her death was leaving Hornby and was headed for Vancouver Island. Police immediately responded here to the Buckley Bay ferry terminal, where they took one man into custody as he was leaving the ferry. Police brought that man back to the COURTENAY detachment, holding him overnight as a person of interest. RCMP confirmed the man and Tempest Gale did know each other, but say it was not a relationship. Police say the man was cooperative, and this morning he was released.
He has been released from custody, so other than that, I can't comment much further on, how the investigation relates to that individual.
Last night, friends of Gale's held a gathering in her honor, setting up a memorial at the community hall where she had performed so many times. Rumors have been circulating throughout this close-knit community of 1,000. Those who knew Gale have trouble believing this could have been an accident.
Everybody on Hornby has an anecdotal story about the last week or so about the suspect and the way he was, just lashing out and stalking and all of the just bizarre behavior that was going on out of this person.
But RCMP are urging those on the island to remain calm and to let them do their investigation.
We understand that there's people who are very upset about what's happened, but asking that if there is a situation, that they're concerned about, to please call the police and not take matters into their own hands.
A forensic autopsy is expected to be performed on Gale tomorrow. Gord Kurbis, A News.